Hello friends, welcome back. BigDenoPlays Kingdom Death, Lantern Year 2, the light of the seven brave swordswomen who are heading off into the world to try and survive to defeat the God Hand in a People of the Dreamkeeper campaign. Promising start, great first year, no deaths, no significant injuries, and we collected some absolute jet weapons. I've got to tell you, having the Vespertine bow from the prologue, thanks to Perfect Punt, is absolutely busted. So, go team. We did have a birth this year, and unfortunately the baby was stillborn, so real sad times. No new survivors. 5 survivors heading off. Aya, who's going to continue to not accept Hunt XP because she's ageless and can choose to do so. Lucy and Mossy, Willow, and we're taking Lumina as a new scout out into the world. We're not, we just want to spread things out a little, and we desperately want to pick up another couple of broken lanterns if we can. if we can. All right, it's Smog Singers this year, and the reason is we want collective cognition. That is all. I would probably prefer to go chase a croc, but we will go for Smog Singers. The singing suit set is fantastic, so let's aim for that. We already have a pink flesh actually because we picked up one last year, and I kept that intentionally. The only thing we had in the last episode that we needed to talk about was the seed pattern. So I've gone for the Ornate Rapier, which we've added to our deck of seed patterns. Seems appropriate for a 7 swordsman to have an Ornate Rapier. We'll depart for a showdown with the Smoggos. I fell a little bit in love with the Smoggos in the last campaign. I was not a big Smoggo fan in the first few campaigns, but the more I've played them, the more I realised that it's nice to have something quite unique and challenging when you are unique, not challenging, but they do have challenging moments, but yeah, just unique. You know, you do have to think about fighting them in a different way, which is cool. So that and we shall depart. Now, if we recall, someone with hunger, yeah, so Willow gains a survival when she departs from hunger. She also has tenacity, which will gain her a survival token. So we'll depart. Very good, and Willow gains a survival from hunger. Not concerned about leveling up hunger. And I think Willow might just spend a survival token now so that we can level up into tenacity too. Seems good. So I will grab out that as we speak. And we'll depart for the first hunt. The first hunt is a basic event, tenacity 2. There is tenacity 2. We'll put that there. Ready for later. So the basic event we get is a random event, and it is 64. We were so close to feet. Feet would have been good. Actually, it wouldn't have been good because everyone gets broken jaws. No, 64. A stone fountain. Any survivor may consume from the fountain. So that is something we want to do, I think, because we want to get courage. I think everyone is going to consume. Hemophobia is okay. We all get courage. And someone has something if they consume, which I think is Willow. Yeah, hunger. So Willow's definitely going to do it. She's going to consume and gain a progress. She also gains a courage. She rolls a 5, which is, it's water, it's refreshing. I think if no one consumes, we had to roll again. Yeah. So do we want to risk anyone else? Does anyone else need courage? Lumina. Lumina's probably safe. So, yeah, Lumina will go for a courage. She's courageous. She rolls a 3. Oh, Lumina gets hemophobia. And she suffers 1 brain event damage. Hemophobia is a tragically bad one for us with the croc. And monster level event damage to the belly. So that's fine. We'll move forth. A toenail. Nominated survivor to roll 1d10. So there's no benefits here. Gain a speed token and suffer 1 event damage to the arms. You are stinky, this lantern year. Doesn't really bother us. So I think we'll just go someone who's got some armor. Let's go Mossy. She is the immortal arm after all. That's a 6. Mossy is stinky. Would have enjoyed a monster bone, mind you. We're not short on monster bones. A dazzling mural. Now, we enjoy the visual novelty and we gain a survival. We're going to apply arrival bonuses. We're going to gain a survival. Okay, we make it to the showdown against level 1 Smog Singers. I have set it up. Here's Willow. Here's Mossy. Here's Lucy. Here's Aya. And here is our scout Lumina. Have I positioned those correctly? I have indeed. Okay, so we shuffle this and we shuffle this. Grand Jeté! These guys are idiots. Absolute idiots. Dancing! The showdown! Alright, it is Soulful Soliloquy. The closest threat. Gain 2 guilt tokens and archive all soluble gear. I don't think I have any soluble gear. No, we do not. 2 guilt tokens. We might just use these as guilt tokens. Very good. So the closest threat for this one, do they move to the target? No, they don't even change facing. Is her. 2 on Willow. And finally, we'll go 2 on Mossy. We do need to deal out songs while we're here. But for the moment, we're okay. Singing, 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 singing. Bloody hands. 2 guilt tokens and archive all soluble gear. That is literally all it is. I don't mind that. We do need a random terrain card too. Oh geez, I get excited. I just get so excited. Alright, the random terrain card is a toppled pillar. Okay, well that's not as exciting. Smog incense. All right, we'll do our scout. So, scout is Lumina, and she has the Vespertine bow. So she's also got hemophobia, which isn't ideal, but she is accuracy +1, and because she has the bow as her character card, she's +2 accuracy in total, which means she's going to hit with the Vespertine bow on a 4+. So she rolls 2 hits. And we get this and this. Are you insane, Lumina? I don't think you are. No, that's good. Okay, so back of the head and fall on face. So the Vespertine bow is deadly, so we will critical on a 9 and wound. That's a critical. I would have probably done this one here first. No, I definitely would have done this one first because that is a reflex and I can pursue. The monster suffers knockback 4 and is knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's knocked down. And we can then pursue 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we are still in range. So pursue, we can draw another card. So that does 1. We draw another card. We get to choose. Sorry, so that's a guilt token first of all. Boom. So then we fail. We begin to sing. Flip our song card face up. So Lumina is singing a song of love. And then this one, she fails to wound, and so we do not trigger that wound reaction. Okay, so Lumina's done. She hasn't moved yet actually, so she will move. 1, 2, 3. We're next going to do Willow. No, we'll do Mossy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Mossy's going to fight with Fist and Tooth. So that's a 6, which is a miss. She's not still disemboweled. 6 and a 1 is a miss. Lucy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucy's going to swing with the Fist and Tooth. 2 and a 1, no good. Willow is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to try and pick up this smog incense and see if we can roll a 10. We can. I don't think I've ever rolled a 10. Gain a crystal ember, end a courage, and archive this terrain. That's also our turn too, so she gained a courage, we gained a crystal ember, and we archive the terrain. Is a crystal ember a strange resource? I believe it is. There it is, crystal ember. You may huff this. Archive it to remove all your disorders and gain a disorder of your choice. Wow. That has some value to us. Mossy's just going to... Sorry, Aya's just going to go on to there. Not our best turn, but it's fine. Those idiots will go now. And so the next one is a crystal greeting, an adjacent threat. Move and synchronic attack. That is suboptimal. Yeah, we can't do anything about that, unfortunately. So we just accept it. 1, 2, 3, and it targets the closest threat. So go here, here, and here. So we'll do this one first. So this one is targeting Aya with a synchronic attack. 2 hits, 1 damage apiece. Arms, legs. There is no additional stuff. This one here, a 9 and a 2, so the 9 is 1 hit. So Willow's going to suffer 1 damage to the waist, and then both Mossy and Lucy. 6 and a 5, so Mossy and Lucy, yep, so that's 2 hits for each of them, so we'll go waist, legs, waist, head. So that's the acoustical greeting done. So we'll do Mossy. Going to go into the blind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the blind spot and punch with fist and tooth. A perfect hit, which doesn't do anything for the moment. And she will attempt to wound. She criticals. Huh. You are overcome by mixed emotions. Gain an additional guilt token. Remove the wounded Smog Singer miniature and archive this card. So Mossy gains 2 guilt tokens, so she now has 4. And that card is archived. And that Smoggo is dead. Okay, good work. And we did a wound. So I think we'll do Aya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she is going to swing with the Dreamkeeper knife, which is also a sword, which means she is a specialist with it, which means she hits on a 2+. She rolls 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. She gets to roll the dice and then decide which one. She crits on 9s. So we'll roll a 3. Now its strength, because she's a sword specialist, is strength 5. So she's winning on a 2+. So that's a 3, so that's a wound. So she'll do this one. She'll wound, which means the monster now goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll pursue. We'll draw another card. It is the 6 crossed arms. We'll then roll an 8. So we'll take another token. So she's done 2 wounds so far. Reflex, full move the monster. Gain 1 insanity as you begin to sing. We'll save that one. So we'll do that one. That's a critical. So we'll use this one. Gain the Whistle Tooth. And that is a savage wound because of the Dreamkeeper knife. And that also means that everyone is now critting on 1 better because the Dreamkeeper knife gives everyone a -1, or gives the monsters a -1 luck token. However, they gained a +1 damage token out of that. I think we're definitely going to have to implement this +1 damage token dealio. So 4 wounds down so far, with 2 to go, and we're now critting on 8s. That's a 7. So we'll take that one. Another guilt token. And that's a 1, which fails. However, we now trigger this reflex, which is I start singing with Aya, which means we gain rid of all of our guilt tokens. And we are now a Song of Speed. Hiya! Cool. Aya, well, that's a good thing. So the Vespertine Bow will go now, Lumina. So she's 3 speed, hitting on a 3+ or something. What did I roll? 4, 4, 4. She definitely hits on 4s. 1, 2, 3. The monster attempts to communicate. Turns to face you and pain spew. Suffer monster level vibration damage. Lumina, 1. So she's now critting on 9s. No, critting on 8s. Have to do this one first. That's a critical. 1 wound. And Velvet back, very good. Unfortunately, she just gained a guilt token, so she suffers a brain damage because of her Song of Love. Uh-oh. It's another critical. Yep. Gain a random Smog Singer resource. We suffer another brain trauma, or another damage to the brain. Fluted Severed Head. Have I missed a thing? And that's another critical. So she's done 3 wounds, and because of that, she is now going to suffer a brain trauma. She rolls a 10. Is that Frenzy? Yep, 1d5 Insanity. 5. A Strength and a Speed token. She is not knocked down. You may not use Fighting Arts, you may not use Weapon Specialization or Mastery. She will move. Up there. All right. There's 4 wounds left or something. I'm just going to check this. I'm pretty sure I didn't crit that. Oh, that's right. I critted one that was a specific one, wasn't it? Yeah, Whistletooth. Yeah. Whistletooth. All right. It's just Fist and Tooth now. So we'll go Lucy. Lucy has no tokens. She'll go into the rear. Fist and Tooth. She hits twice on a 7 and a 9. First strike and a wound. We'll try again. She rolls a 7 and an 8, so she hits twice. That one's first strike, so we now crit on 8s and wound on 6s. That's a 3, so that fails. That's a 5, so that fails, no wound. Willow will swing with Fist and Tooth in the front. She rolls a 7, which is a hit because of our +1 accuracy. There is a reflex, but she fails to wound, so the reflex does trigger, which is reveal the top 5 hit location cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard any that are not the trap. There's 3 cards left. Someone's getting trapped. But because we know that, we get to play for it, right? So, momentary rest, the closest threat. Intimidate the target. So we will put 1 on Willow, which gives Willow a guilt token. And we will put 1 on Aya, which gives Aya a guilt token. And they both gain a survival and 1 to the head location. Probably doesn't matter. Might matter there. So that's fine. So that's the end of their turn. All right, so Aya's going to move away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Willow's going to move away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mossy's going to move away. 1, 2. And Lucy's just going to punch with the Bone Blade. No, the Diamond Scab Guitar. She hits 3 times. Do you think we'll draw the trap? We did! Song of Murder! Emotional Breakdown. Emotional damage. We have 0 guilt tokens, so we gain an understanding. On your loose. That's our turn. Acoustical Greeting. An adjacent threat, no, a closest threat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to there. 2 speed on Lucy. A 9 and a 10, so Lucy's going to take 4 damage because there is a +1 damage token. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And on Aya, a 4 and a 9, the 4 misses Aya. So she'll just take 1, 2. It is not deflated, no, it's despondent. We'll do Aya first. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the blind spot. She has a Song of Speed, so she's done. She's going to swing with Fist and Tooth. Fist and Tooth, guess what it counts as? It counts as a sword. She's a Fist and Tooth specialist. She gets 2 hits. Hiya, hiya. She crits on 7s. And wounds on 6s. So that's a 7. It's a critical. We get to choose which one we want. We'll do this one. Does a wound. And knockback 4. And we may pursue. We shall pursue. We gain a guilt token. All other survivors gain a guilt token, which means Lumina suffers a brain damage from gaining a guilt token. I don't know that we're going to be needing too many more. That is a miss, so it doesn't matter, but we'll go with this one. And then this one is a critical. Gain a random Smog Singer's resource. Reveal the top AI. How good is that? Fluted Bone. The top AI is an acoustical greeting. Lucy's in the blind spot. She's going to swing with Fist and Tooth. She hits on a 6. The Downy Belly. She crits on an 8. She does critical. If you do, gain an Insanity, a permanent Strength, and a Guilt token. Good on you, Luce. Permanent Strength. Guilt token, she's fine. And Insanity, she can't gain Insanity. There's 1 wound to go. Luce will get out of the way. Mossy will come in. She'll swing with Fist and Tooth. She fails completely. Willow will come in. She'll swing with Fist and Tooth. She fails completely. Do I shoot the Vespertine bow? Or do I just wait? What's their basic action? It's just everyone gains a guilt token, isn't it? Yep, we'll let it happen. We'll let them do their basic action. It's 1 vibration damage and everyone gains a guilt token, so that's fine. Fist and Tooth. Aya. Blind Spot. +1 accuracy from being a sword. +1 accuracy from thingy. 2 hits. Critting on 7s. Choose when we roll. Fail and fail. So that'll be the reflex. Gain an Insanity. Oh, she has to move. Done. We'll move Willow away because she's got a lot of guild tokens. We'll do Mossy. She hits once. She criticals. And that's it. We defeat those pests. And we will gain ourselves 4 Smog Singer resources and 4 basics. 1, 2, 3, 4 Oh, some pink flesh is awesome. And for basics, now I've got to check our level ups. I mean, I don't really care. 1, come on, Broken Lantern. 2, come on, Broken Lantern. 3. No, Timothy Hyde, get out of here. Okay, so we gain the Colosseum. And the first time you defeat him, yep, so that's it. So we will return from the showdown. Everyone gains a hunt XP. We're going to ponder. Aya and Mossy are both not going to go up with their hunt XP. So let's have a look at the timeline. So yep, we have Acid Storm, we have Gorm Climate. It's tragically bad. So we'll do the Acid Storm first. Got to find the Acid Storm. Ooh-wee. Where is Acid Storm? Do you know? There it is. All right. So Acid Storm. Each return, we roll 1d10 and we get a 10. Add a scrap to the settlement storage. It should just say Broken Lantern. It shouldn't say scrap. No music and no art endeavours. Oh no, +2 to art endeavours. Cool. Nightmare Training Cooking we don't have. Gorm Climate, big roll. Got some stuff in the storage. Mind you, we can do the thing. So that's also a Lantern 10. Our survivor has 0 hunt XP. Nightingale gains another courage. Perfect starts. And now we have a murder. I need a Broken Lantern. Give me a Broken Lantern. I need to make the Scout Lantern. Okay, which pile? This pile. Now which pile? This pile. And which number? Number 1. It's the top card. Is it a murder? Oh, it's the plant in the stone. That's so cool. I'm so excited about that. Oh, but we have an innovative pictograph. No! No pictograph. Ah, tragic. Tragic, tragic. So we don't get to do anything with the plant in the stone. We don't get a fig sapling. Ah, well. Departing survivors gain 1 survival and 1 insanity this year. And the plant and the stone is archived. Because we're doing 1 and done. Gorm Climate comes back next year. No other events? No, great. So let's put in some resources from the Smoggos. Pink Flesh, Whistletooth, Gaseous Belly, Pink Flesh, Fluted Bone, Whistletooth, Fluted Severed Head, Crystal Ember, yeah, that's awesome. And a Crystal Ember. And then 3 Monster Hide and a Monster Bone. We gained the sum total of 1 organ. It has been a very organ challenged campaign thus far. our survivors pondering some things. So if we look at Aya, she's again going to choose not to accept a Hunt XP, as is Mossy. Lumina, however, is going to accept Facism as her philosophy of choice. And Mossy's not going to accept a Hunt XP. She's ageless. So let's look at Facism for Lumina. Lumina gains 1 Lumi. She was born to be in this campaign. She rolls a 9. You close your eyes and step from one rocky mouth to another. Gain 1 Lumi now and a +1 movement token the next time you depart. And she has gained Physiognomy. Our other survivor that is pondering now is Willow. She's pondering level 2 survivalism. She rolls an 8. She gains Death Sense. Nice. Death Sense. So we will clear off, I think we'll clear off Strength Training actually. Death Sense. When you dodge, gain a progress. All right. Willow is going to be our dodger, I think. So I will pause the recording and we shall ponder our results. Okay, so interesting. We just the organs is absolutely crushing us. We can't really do anything about it. Just a lot of organ situation. So we've got 6 endeavours to spend. The Bonesmith, we're going to turn one of these endeavours into the Weapon Crafter. We are going to once again Hollow Stone Gather. And because we've built the Weapon Crafter, we then have the option to send someone out on a hunt. So if we go spend our resources, so it's 3 bone and a hide. So 1, 2, 3, and a hide. We are going to craft some gear from the Colosseum, not as much as I would like, but it will do. The Singing Breastplate requires a pink flesh and a bone. So we will select this Mossy Molar. And the Singing Boots requires a pink flesh and a hide. So we will craft the Singing Boots. We can craft the Singing Cap, however to do so requires us to use our burnished encephalomata. And that stuff is hard to come by. We nearly got our arms chopped off when we found that initially, so we aren't going to craft that for now. With the Colosseum, we are going to craft, so we crafted the boots and the Singing Breastplate. We can also craft the Singing Pantaloons, however they cost us an organ, and the hat requires a gaseous belly. So I don't want to give up my gaseous belly just in case we don't draw another one, because the hat's the best piece of the set. So with the Weapon Crafter, we don't actually want anything from there, I don't think. There's not really many. Oh, what's a counterweighted axe cost? It's actually not too bad. Skullcap hammer. Oh, scrap rebar. Yes, that's a great use of our resources. No, but the Weapon Crafter allows us to scrap scavenge and gain a broken lantern. So we are going to scavenge with someone and see if they can gain some courage. That is a 1, spend a survival or die. Lumina. Lumina will go again. That is a 6, so Lumina gets a broken lantern. Lumina will go again. Gets a 9, which is another broken lantern. Okay, so that is awesome because now we can also craft, what do we need for the cloak? Let's have a look at the outskirts. The scout lantern requires 3 broken lanterns. We craft a scout lantern. Oh, do we give up our gaseous belly for a stone-faced cloak? That's a tough call. That's a tough call. I mean, protecting the scout is just like priority 1. No, I think we'll hold on for just 1 more year. 1 more year, Deno. But the scout lantern is pivotal. The scout lantern was part 1 in my plan and thinking that I could make this work. And it could be the case. So that we still have 1 endeavour, so we'll send someone to the drafting table, I suppose. They roll a 1. I think you learn nothing from that. Creative slump. Our 7 survivors continue onwards and upwards. We definitely go for a level 2 smog singers. We desperately need organs here. So the reason we go for level 2, if we look at our collective cognition rewards, a level 2 smog singer gets us 2, which gets us to comprehensive construction, which gains us the forum. And when we defeat the butcher, we will then gain 8 in the next year, which allows us to remove the starting knowledges from our deck. So I think we want to do that, but time will tell. Time will tell. I don't think we've got anything else we want to do. How many hide do we have right now? Oh, did I spend my 3 bone? By the way, I don't know if I did spend my 3. Oh no, I did, yeah. We got a hide, so we could actually craft another rawhide headband. So I'm going to do that, a rawhide headband for someone. And that is going to do us. Good hunt, friends, good hunt, good year. We continue. This next year is going to be pivotal, absolutely pivotal. So if we manage to get through this next 2 years without losing any survivors, we can just take the foot off the gas just a little bit. We don't need, I just really want to get those starting knowledges out of the thing. I suppose it's actually not that big a deal really, is it? I say to myself, you just got to slow play, Deno, slow play. You don't need to rush. $13 is where it's at. Yeah, I mean, if we can get to near 13, go to 8, we go to 10. We can't risk level 3, Deno. I suppose we've got the flower knight. All right, that is going to do us for this lantern year, friends. I will catch you all in the next episode. Big Deno.